Roxo Media House.
Hey Frog fans, welcome inside the Flying T Club studio here at Roxo Media House. I'm Joe Staubach with the TCU football team.
And I'm Summer Holt with the TCU Soccer team. Thank you for always supporting our sports programs. We are grateful for your loyalty.
We're also excited to host this edition of Frogs Today. In today's show, we're previewing our game against Texas. Our basketball teams tip off their seasons, and we're celebrating our big honors for our equestrian team.
Plus, our volleyball team is back in action. Our soccer season comes to an end, and our rifle team takes aim on another shot at winning a national championship. Today's show starts after a quick word from one of our sponsors. Stay tuned.
In Botham, we put people first. So we simply start by listening to you. Whether you're searching for customized insurance, HR, or financial solutions to protect your home, car, health, business, or employees, our specialists are here to serve you, the people you care about, and your success. Higginbotham, insurance, HR, and financial services. Inspired by you.
Welcome back inside the Flying T Club studio. I'm your host, Joe Staubach. Our football team is hosting Texas tomorrow. We've dominated UT over the last decade. If you go back to 2012, we are 8-3 against the Longhorns. Our head coach, Sonny Dykes, is 3-0 against Texas. He beat them twice as a head coach at Cal, and of course, we beat UT last year. It's going to take a hard-fought game to keep that streak going.
You know, they're always going to have really good football players. I mean, this team's no different. Very talented team. A lot of guys are going to be playing on Sundays on this team. They're built up front, you know, big offensive, defensive fronts, which I think is a little bit different for Texas in the last decade, really. You know, they probably haven't been as good up front as they are now. And that's, I think, what makes this team different. So, you know, we'll have our hands full, but at the same time, like I said, we're looking forward to it and excited about it. We just got to go play well. I mean, that's the thing with us is, you know, we've done it at times this year against good football teams. We've gone out and performed well. And when we do that, you know, this has an opportunity to be a good team. But we're going to have to, you know, take care of the football. We're going to have to do a great job on third down and in the red zone, win the situational football, which we haven't been particularly good at this year. And then, you know, defensively, we've got to get stops and create some turnovers as well, and get some big plays, you know, from our defense. And so it's going to be, should be a heck of a ball game. I know, again, our guys are excited to play and looking forward to it. It'll be a competitive game. I mean, our guys are going to be really fired up and ready to go play and excited to have a chance to compete against a top 10 team. You know, there's been a really remarkable amount of success TCU's had against Texas. I think 8-3 in the last 11 games, if I'm not mistaken. And so, you know, we're used to having success against them, and hopefully we can go out and do it again Saturday.
Your father, Spike, his first big job was working for Darrell K. Royal at University of Texas. You have some way old history.
Yeah, we do. We moved to Austin when I was 2 years old, and so I grew up, you know, my dad was at Texas for 6 years and grew up, you know, a Texas fan, you know, when I was younger. And, you know, neighborhood kids, we'd round them up on Sunday and pile into you know, into somebody's car and, you know, go play in the stadium on Sundays. So, you know, we kind of grew up playing in Memorial Stadium and with the neighborhood kids, and it's just something we used to do when we were kids. So, yeah, a lot of memories from the place, but at the same time, I mean, you know, when you're competing against them, it's all business and you don't worry about that stuff.
My teammates and I know we haven't produced the outcomes that our fans expect each week, but we're focused on improving every Saturday, and this week is no different.
Really, our mindset this week, I mean, overall, been so far in the season, really trying to go 1-0 each week. So we taking it game by game, so we're really just trying to focus in 1 week at a time and trying to go 1-0 that week and then see where we end up at the end of the season.
Obviously, this game means a lot to us just as an organization in general. You know, we've kind of struggled this year, so you know, these next 3 games mean bowl eligibility. They mean, you know, getting to extend your season and getting to play, you know, just an extra game with these guys. So yeah, I mean, I'd say these next 3 games mean a lot to us. Yeah, you know, we're a different team this year than we were last year. You know, it takes a lot of maturity to kind of sit back and look in the mirror a little bit and assess kind of what we've done wrong, you know, what we've done right. You know, it's just realizing that this is a different year. This is a new season. This is a new team. So, you know, you'd love to be in the position that we were last year, but it's not last year.
Yeah, obviously there's some things in those games that we can obviously correct and work on. And every week we just look at those things and practice, work on them, work on preparing better, executing better, and then try to convert that to the game.
I think that there's been certain, drives that we haven't been hungry enough, so to speak. We haven't played as physical as we can. We haven't, as a team, as an offense, defense, whatever it may be, we haven't exerted ourselves to the full potential. We haven't really emptied the tank yet, and it's been really disappointing to see. But as being a leader on the team and a captain and all that, it's just kind of seeing that and kind of squishing that right whenever you see it, and letting everybody know hey, this is why we were good last year. We were good because of the effort we played with, of the physicality we played with. We just wanted to win more than everybody else that we played. So, it's using these next couple games to kind of get back to that mindset. I try to play as good as I can every week. I owe it to the guys in the locker room, the coaching staff here. I owe it to TCU to give them my, full effort every week. So, there's probably going to be a little bit more hype around this game. But, at the end of the day, I'm not going to play this game any different than I played against Texas Tech or BYU or anybody else.
Texas comes into this game with an 8-1 record and riding a 3-game winning streak.
They got a great running back. Bijan left last year, but he stepped in a lot, that running back. Now he's very good. I know yours may be able to play. I don't know. I think it's 50-50 ball, but both the quarterbacks very good. They got a great receiving core. Then they got the Georgia transfer that came in. He's great, too. So they got a lot of weapons, too. They're a great team.
Their D-line is one of the best D-lines in the country. They fly around. They play with a lot of effort. They're really physical. They're really good in the back end. That's just something that we're going to have to handle. We're going to have to be more excited to play than they are this week. We're going to have to be as physical as we've ever been this week. And we're going to have to play with a lot of tempo, and we're going to have to play really fast. And we're going to have to be really good at, just doing our job, just, doing your 1/11th, play in and play out. And, that's how, you get to compete and, have a chance to win. I'm a firm believer in any week that you play, whether they have the number one passing defense in the conference or whether they're dead last in passing defense. I'm a firm believer that you have to run the football to open up the rest of your offense. So that doesn't change for us this week. We're gonna have to find ways to get Amani, Trey, Trent, all those guys that'll touch the ball. We got to find them ways to get positive gains, positive yards every play, and just work first down to first down.
Coach Dykes says quarterback Chandler Morris will suit up and be ready if needed. That means Josh Hoover will once again be leading our offense tomorrow night.
He's young. He's very mature for his age, for the fact that he's only started in whatever it's been, 3 or 4 games. It's been really nice to see just how he's kind of progressed. Anytime we've gone 3 and out or any interception or anything that's gone wrong with the offense, you see him run over to the sideline and, we're talking about it. He's doing a really good job just communicating what he saw. That way everybody's on the same page. And, I think that he's grown into a leader for us. He's gotten to where he's talking to the offense as a whole group. He's breaking down the huddle and a whole bunch of other things that you really don't see younger guys do very much. So he's definitely took that role and kind of owned it.
I think he's done a great job, especially been put in that role. Been a great team player, trying to get everybody on the same page in practice. Keeps a cool head during the games, keeps everybody motivated and positive on the sidelines, even if we're down. So a great leader out there.
Earlier this week, Barstool TCU announced that Dave Portnoy and Barstool Sports are coming out to Fort Worth. Our classmates around campus are excited about the hype surrounding this big game.
Horns down. Horns down. It's Texas Hate Week. Go Frogs, always.
I have faith in TCU. We really have that grit to us, and I think we can pull it off.
You can't really call it a rivalry if we beat them almost every time.
Frogs are going to come out. We're going to show up. We're going to smack down on some Texas, and we're gonna show them who the real Texas school is.
Losing to us so many times has completely destroyed all of their morale, especially last year when we kicked their rear end in Austin. We're ready to do it again this year.
What else do I have to say? Horns down.
Kickoff is at 6:30 tomorrow night. We need a win to stay in the bowl hunt. Please pack the Carter like you guys always do, and let's send Texas off to the SEC with another loss. We'll be right back.
Energy does everything for us. It's all-encompassing.
We're all benefiting and affected from it.
And it is something that we all need to know about.
It is the glue that holds everything together.
TCU is powering what matters, our future.
We don't just talk about what's needed, we focus on results.
The Ralph Lowe Energy Institute is creating a world where energy is affordable, sustainable, and reliable.
Simply the best barbecue in Fort Worth. Dine in, catering, or drive-through. 2900 Montgomery, just off I-30. Remember, the best barbecue in Fort Worth is at Railhead Smokehouse.
Welcome back inside the Flying T Club studio. I'm Summer Holt. The TCU men's and women's basketball teams are back on the court. The men cruised to a 108-75 win over Southern. The Frogs were led by Micah Peavy, who had a career-high 21 points.
Felt great, but I got those points because guys like Jacoby and Avery were unselfish with the ball and just found me when I cut. And I just feel like as a team, we just played very unselfish. So.
He's just played better and better. He's really practiced well the last week or two that he's been back. It's probably been about 3 weeks, I guess, now. And his decision-making's better. He's playing in more space, and that's what we're trying to do.
I really just worked on my mind, worked on if I miss a shot, just next play mentality, just be more aggressive, and I felt like I did that tonight. So.
The guys followed up Monday's performance with a win over Omaha last night. They'll look to start the season 3-0 when they host UT Rio Grande Valley next Tuesday. Meanwhile, the women's team ushered in a new era under first-year head coach Mark Campbell. And they're off to a hot start as well, defeating Oral Roberts 76-56, and they celebrated in style in the locker room.
I love their spirit. I love their energy. I love their fight. So we have a chance to have a very special season.
When you have that many good girls in a locker room, like the chemistry it's gonna happen by itself. And on the court, these kids just want to work hard and want to be better and want to win. A lot of these girls haven't gotten a lot of wins in their career, and so they just want to go out there and fight and show the world what we can do.
When you have that many new people, usually it's hard to get all of us going in the same direction, but I feel like we all have the right goals in mind, so we're all willing to do whatever it takes to get there.
Being able to play in front of fans, in front of my family for the first time in such a long time with an amazing team and some of my closest friends, it means the world to me.
The team had been just chomping at the bit to finally get out here and get to compete and play against someone else. October, it's kind of the dog days of the season, and so those first 5 minutes had a little bit of jitters, and after that they settled in and played some pretty good basketball, and just really proud of them. And we played good ball on both sides of the court. I think we defended well and took care of the ball and got good shots, and I'm just proud of this group.
The women beat Texas A&M Kingsville on Wednesday. 4 players scored double digits, and the team made 14 three-pointers. They'll look to keep the offense rolling when they host Rice on Sunday. Our equestrian team is also knocking off the competition. In fact, 3 of the 4 NCEA Riders of the Month awards were given to TCU riders. Frogs Today student reporter Ella Gonzalez has a closer look.
Hey Frog fans, I'm at Bear Creek's farm interviewing the undefeated TCU Equestrian team. Let's talk to the Riders of the Month, Lily, Maddie, and Shay.
The Big 12s and the NCAA honors mean a lot to me personally because I get to stand beside my 2 good friends because they got the honors as well. We're not done yet. This is really fun to be number 1 in the country and to be undefeated, but it matters, but not yet until next semester when championship is here.
This honor of getting this recognition means so much to me because in all of NCEA, there are so many talented riders, and really, I mean, it could go to anyone. And so it's an honor to compete with such amazing horsewomen all across the different teams. So it's even more of an honor that I was the one chosen for this award. So I really appreciate it. There's always something that I can work on and improve on, and I think that's one of the beautiful things about our sport, well, any sport, but especially ours, is you never quit learning. Like, even the pros every day, learn something new, so.
I think, like Maddie said, the recognition is just great. It feels like kind of like all the hard work is paying off. We still have a long way to go, but having the team behind you through all this has been great. I think we have a special team, so I'm just excited to keep building forward and getting to know everyone and hopefully winning a national championship, so I'm excited.
Thanks, Ella. Another program that consistently plays well is the TCU Soccer team. I'm proud to be a goalkeeper on the squad, but this year we didn't have the success we're accustomed to. For the first time since 2015, our team isn't playing in the NCAA tournament. The selection committee passed on giving us an opportunity to play in our 8th consecutive NCAA tournament. It's a crushing blow after we finished 3rd in the Big 12 this season. I'm graduating this year, but I know the team will use this as motivation to get back to the tournament next year. Never count us out. We'll be right back.
You know, we wouldn't be able to do the things we were able to do this year without the Flying T Club. So we got to continue to get people involved. It's more important right now than it's ever been.
Flying T is special. It's the best thing that I've encountered in college. It allows us to be able to offset a lot of the costs that our scholarships aren't able to cover. If people like winning, invest in the Flying T Club and NIL.
It's almost a necessity now in the college football world. I mean, you got to kind of invest in the programs, and what you put in is what you get out.
John's Grille is the newest venture from John Bennell and the Bennell's Restaurant Group. A reach-to-table concept featuring food, beer, and spirits from around the great state of Texas. Our menu is designed by Chef Sean Alvarez and features 2 chef-inspired burgers, the Fatty and the Flatty, plus a brisket menu perfect for your casual night out. Fast casual service in a fun, relaxed, family-friendly environment, featuring 11 big screen TVs for you to catch the big game on. Our mixology team has created a crafts cocktail and beer menu, featuring local spirits and brews from across Texas. John's Grille, home of the Players Club show each week. 2905 West Berry Street in Fort Worth, or online at johnsgrill.com.
Welcome back. We want to congratulate our triathlon team for advancing to the national championships. The team will compete tomorrow in Phoenix, Arizona. Good luck, ladies.
And our TCU rifle team remains 2nd in the nation. In a top 5 battle, the Horned Frogs faced number 3 Alaska Fairbanks. The ladies fired their top score of the season. They'll wrap up their fall campaign against UT El Paso tomorrow.
Our volleyball team will look to get back in the win column against Baylor tonight. They're on the road in Waco tonight and tomorrow.
Then they're off to Houston next week before returning home for their final 2 regular season games. Let's continue to show up at the Schulmeyer to support our friends on the TCU volleyball team.
Before we go, remember to swing by John's Grille every Thursday night to watch the Players Club. The show is taped live every Thursday at 6 p.m. This week, my teammates Namdi Obiazor and Randon Fontenette were guests on the show.
Coming from Texas, was it very country over there, or like the stockyards not your vibe?
Yeah, I'm from the country, so, you know, I used to ride horses.
You have boots? You used to ride horses? Hold on. You used to ride horses?
Yeah.
You ride horses? I seen a video you ride horses in some sandals.
Yeah, I used to ride. I ride bareback. I used to rope. It don't look like,
Real
yeah, my dad
country.
roped. Like, I was a country boy. Most people don't know that, though.
Do you own horses then?
Yeah.
How
my
many?
dad, we got like 3.
What are their names?
We got one named Jack Carmen, then the other one, he just got him. I don't know the name.
You don't know the name?
Nah.
That's disrespectful. How far are you from home then?
I live 4 hours from here. So
Do you get to go home often or harder?
I mean, we be working a lot, so
Yeah. No,
I mean, I go home when I can, but not too often. But I mean, it's only 4 hours away. I ain't missing too much, so.
John's Grille is always a fun time, and hosting this week's episode of Frogs Today has been a blast too. For everyone behind the scenes here at Roxo Media House, I'm Summer Holt.
And I'm Joe Staubach. Thanks for watching this week's show, and thank you for always supporting our athletic programs. Please like and subscribe to Frogs Today for the best coverage of TCU student athletes. Until next week.
Go Frogs!
Roxo Media House.